Hello, everybody. So we're going to be reacting to why a very simple food purge. Actually sucks, but no.
Suck in real life.
Invisibility. To some people,
With Joe
invisibility.
Bro,
Bartolozzi.
invisibility's the
What the hell?
wackest super. I gotta say, if somebody ever asks you what power you would want, and
Invisibility's
your answer's invisibility,
good.
you
You
gotta
what?
be staring at them like,
Boy, you suck.
why?
That's a
Like,
bad
yeah,
thing.
you could like rob
That's
people
a
and
bad
get gooner
snake
ability.
thing.
But
That's a
like
bad
the thing
snake.
with invisibility that
That's
pisses
a
me
bad
off
snake.
is
What?
any movie where somebody's invisible, their clothes are invisible. That
You an
that
idiot.
wouldn't be how it would work.
You an idiot.
Like if
You
you
an
went
idiot.
invisible, you would
You
still
an
have
idiot.
like
You
Minecraft.
an idiot. You an idiot. You an
In
idiot.
Minecraft, if
You
you
an
go
idiot.
invisible, your armor
Wait,
is
shut the hell
still
up.
showing.
You're actually so
Like
stupid.
you have to get naked.
Bro,
And
they're not going to be
and then you're
naked.
just wandering around,
Like it's
butt
so
naked,
that's so
invisible. And it's like, what
They
are you
can't
doing with
even
that?
get-
Because your
they
heat
can't even
signature is still going to show up.
say
It's just a
it,
weak
say
ass power, and it's just like,
Bro,
man, like
what the
anything
hell?
that you're going to do, you got to be
Stop it.
butt ass naked for.
Invisibility
Bro.
would be a dream
bro.
superpower.
Why am I
They
getting called?
fantasize about all the things they could do without being
That's our
noticed.
lips.
Not exactly heroic things, but when you look closer, it's not as cool as it
No,
sounds.
no.
Here's the problem. For you to see, light has to hit the back of your eyes. But if you're invisible, light would just pass through you,
Hello?
leaving you
So
Well,
you would literally, you would be
I'd
fully
fair vision for
blind.
the-
Oh my God,
Right.
he's actually going to like the
But Joe
scientific
Bartolozzi,
explanation of
elf.
this. You'd be
Elf.
fully
Joe
blind.
Bartolozzi.
All right, I'm going invisible.
Dude,
Oh, where am I?
blind.
stop it.
And if somehow your eyes could catch light,
Oh my God.
they would still be visible, making you
Okay.
a pair of floating
That was a
eyeballs.
quick
Just
stop
creepy.
because
To
I
go
need to
fully
do
invisible,
something.
you need to be completely naked. Not that some of you would mind that,
No,
but you wouldn't be
Nah.
able to carry anything either,
No,
and since no one
because
could
I-
see you, they would crash into you all
because
the time.
like they wouldn't
You better not use
even
perfume
they
or
wouldn't
even
even
make
see
noise
it.
breathing. People would still know you are there.
They wouldn't even see.
Well, now they'd probably just think you were a ghost, unless they
Yeah.
knew that people had the invisibility power.
Yeah.
Like if you were invisible and you were in a room and you were just
Yes.
breathing, people would
I
probably
am.
be like, "Oh my God," believe in the supernatural. They wouldn't
Nope.
think it was a human.
If you're thinking that you could rob
What
a
the
bank,
hell?
What about an invisibility
Okay.
cloak? I
Okay.
like that, like the Harry Potter cloak. That's a cooler idea. I fuck with that more. Like a see-through invisibility cloak. That's fire. But a real
Invisibility
invisibility
cloak.
power where you make your
Like
entire
Harry Potter.
body invisible, that's stupid as
AirPods.
shit.
thermal
Pretty cool.
camera would still
These
spot
are
your
some
heat
very
radiation,
feminist.
making it nearly impossible
He
to
did
sneak
some
in
big
undetected.
bad thing. Well, busted.
Intangibility. Picture this.
Intangibility. What the
You've
hell's
just
that?
unlocked intangibility. You're
What the hell's
super
that?
excited, so you decide
Oh,
to
That
you
would
like,
be kind of
like
cool
the
to
one
be able to like
acid.
morph through
The one
walls
acid
and,
thing.
and shit.
The one acid.
Why would that be a bad?
What the hell?
Why would that be a bad
That's
ability?
pretty cool.
phase your
Mr.
hand through a wall.
Piranha.
But the moment you activate your powers, you
That's
drop
pretty cool.
straight
What?
through the.
Oh,
No, that can't be real.
I
What?
never thought about that.
Nah, that can't be real.
You can't because you're not able to just choose
Oh, yeah.
what item you
That
want to
makes
morph
sense.
through. You would
Oh, yeah,
instantly
because-
just start
yeah,
falling.
you would
through
fall into
because
the
gravity still
ground.
affects you.
The floor, sinking into the earth.
Unless
You either deactivate your
I
powers
know
or
how it,
confuse
I,
to
I
rock.
It's
know
still a
how
good
you
power.
get there.
It's
So
still
you
a good
let
power.
put half
You know
of your
why?
body into it,
Anything you want to enter,
and then
you just go
like
above.
make that.
So if you want to break
you
into a
make
bank,
that,
you get
like
on the
out
roof
of the
of the
body,
bank, phase,
flippable,
as you're falling,
and
you get through
then
the building,
you unclip the
Flashback,
one body
you
part
land on
that's
the
not
ground.
there,
or jump
and then
through.
you get through.
Oh, so you're saying
You understand?
jump,
You
hard
heard?
ground, phase,
Yeah, we
go
heard it.
through, and then fall back down.
Where you
There's going to be
Why you there?
instances, though,
feel Bartolozzi
where
shut the hell up.
that
You're not
fails.
funny.
Because
believe
say
in
you dive
hills,
through a wall,
effing dudes.
your head might
Yeah,
start
that's-
going through the floor as you're through the wall when your legs are still in the wall. So then if you unphase, now your head's mended into concrete and your legs are stuck into the wall.
Rock,
Yeah,
suffocate.
if you
that's
fuck
how
up,
it
you're
works.
dead, actually. Like,
It would just like
if you have intangibility, you have to perfectly use that power.
you suck.
Death.
You're the
Or
worst
continue
at this.
sinking until you reach the
The
molten
fuck?
center of the earth due to gravity, unable to do anything, waiting until you decide
When
to die.
just like move them through the middle of the earth and then go back, then like up, and then you could like hit that, and then you could say this. What?
super speed.
But the
A
extra
moderate
speed,
super speed of about 190
Extra
miles per
speed's
hour,
pretty-
like dashes, wouldn't be
because
so
like you
bad.
can run
The
really
problems would be
fast.
minimal.
It'd be
But
really
if we're
cool.
talking about
It'd
speed
be like
similar to the
A-Train,
Flash,
A-Train,
without speed
A-
force, then it
A-Train.
would be a disaster.
What?
Hey,
Because
Trent's
if
really
you,
cool.
you would have G-force against your body, and you would just rip your body apart as you moved. Is that what he's gonna say?
I think
Like you're in,
A-Train's
like, a
really
jet
cool.
For waiting to happen.
Because he
You would have
kills
to
someone.
generate it in a
I
That's,
always
you know, that's
hate
not-
it's the same.
that's not
I always
cool.
hate the scenes
I
in
like
movies
the edits.
where
for
they like
Van
catch someone
They-
that's falling
Frizz.
and they don't like.
Griffin
Like,
Frizz.
you ever play the egg drop game?
Don't know
Or
the
like the
French
egg throwing game
meme
where you throw an egg, you
on
catch it,
like
you take a step back. As you get
Instagram.
further and further back,
on
you gotta go like
Instagram. They have this like alternate version
So it doesn't
where he's like
fucking
smiling
But if I'm
and
falling
instead
from a
of
building
being
and you catch
disappointed.
me, I would just I would disintegrate. I
And
would be
it
like
is
red
really
mist.
funny.
That
It's
or your
extremely
arms
funny.
would also
And
shatter.
enormous amount of
if-
force, far greater than what the human body can handle.
Did you
And it would
break
cause your
ground?
legs to simply rip off
How
your
to do
body.
that?
Here's
That
another
would be
thing.
really scary.
Air isn't empty. It's
Because,
filled
like,
with
he's
elements like
extremely
oxygen and nitrogen,
strong,
plus tons
but
of
his
tiny
foe
dust
breaks
particles. As you move through
somehow.
air, you're rubbing against these particles, generating friction
How?
that produces heat.
What you would set
How
because
would
you have
you
because you have crazy
rub
super speed,
against
you would be
them
setting the air on
if
fire.
you're, like,
all the
pushing
budget
it
right
out?
here.
Well, by their eyes. Why is that the true? Like, what? Well, what? Why is he running? Well, he's extremely fast. Whoa, he's
Oh
burning.
my God! Would you set yourself on fire?
Yeah, whoa.
But couldn't you wear a suit that would protect you?
Moving at super
No.
speed would generate
You
enough
couldn't
heat
do
to burn
that.
your entire body.
Dumbass.
Let's say you don't burn. You still need to see where you're going. Human perception isn't adapted to
me,
handle high
yes.
speeds, so moving at super speed
Oh my God, that's facts. Because you'd still be processing the information in the
shut
regular,
up.
like,
You're not funny.
processing speed or FPS
I think you're
that
unfunny.
you would normally
You know
would
that?
normally do. You'd be
Yo, what
moving
do you
so much
think?
faster that you wouldn't
This
be
is
able to
so
know how
unfunny.
far away anything. Your
Where's
depth
that ad
perception would be
in the
cooked.
it would
corner?
make everything
What the
blurry.
hell?
The speed at which you think would need to match your physical
so?
speed. Otherwise, you would just
From the
crash
Dragon
into
Ball.
things.
He goes like
Possibly
that. He
doing
like
what
touches his
A-Train
head.
did, just running through people.
Adrian.
And in the case that your perception does keep up, the world around you would seem
Well,
so
it's a
slow that you'd basically be stuck in
Well,
time.
this now so
Having
okay.
super speed would also mean burning
the
millions of
brown?
calories every day, so you'd go broke, buying all the food needed to keep your metabolism satisfied.
Boy, do you think you're cool?
Teleportation. As you
You're not
might know, the Earth is in constant...
Sabah.
I don't know. I feel like the general assumption with super speed is that you...
What the
I don't
hell?
know. Like, I think there's certain things that you have to debunk.
You think this is
But I
cool?
think the idea
This
of like
is not
caloric
fun.
intake for
Bro.
super speed is kind of
Bro.
stupid. Because the assumption
Boy,
with super speed is that your muscles
is
are
not
drastically
cool.
more efficient than
Boy.
other people's and stronger. So it's like the amount of energy I
Big
need
boy.
to move is less
You
than
think you're really cool?
Your metabolism
That
satisfied.
was not a funny thing.
Teleportation.
that
As you
he
might know, the Earth is in
displayed.
constant motion through space,
Well,
moving at around 67,000 miles per hour.
that
yeah,
was
he's
scary.
Gonna, throw it in sub only. He's gonna
Well,
say
what was
he's
that noise?
gonna say that if you
What was
teleport,
that noise?
you're gonna teleport and be out in space.
No.
Which is like true of a teleportation
What
machine, but
about-
if you have the mind
Hear
superpower
me
to
out.
teleport, I feel like you
Time
could just
stop
tell
sign.
yourself to teleport. You would just have to do math.
Do you know that?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to
Because
snap of the fingers and be like, I
basically,
want to land in
you
this
would move,
bathroom in Australia.
But
You would have to like
And with
physically
basics.
sit down and do like
Still
sniper
you.
math of
Because
where
it'd
you're
be
going to
really
end up
bad.
being calculated
yeah,
if you
heard.
if you teleport.
It rotates,
Sabah.
orbits the sun, and the solar system orbits around the center of the galaxy. If you wanted to teleport, you would need to
Bro,
calculate the
that is
exact
so gay.
position of the Earth through space,
well,
or else you would teleport
Well-
into space, dying instantly. Immortality.
Would you actually die instantly? I don't think you die instantly.
bro,
If you got teleported to the vacuum
that was
space.
not me.
You
No.
you wouldn't be able to breathe,
That was
and it
not
would be
me.
really cold, but it would take time. If you
okay.
were in the vacuum of
Bro,
space,
this is
how would you
so-
know? Because I saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not even listening.
If you were in the vacuum
to
of
that.
space, would
So,
you
but the hard
die
thing,
instantly? I'm pretty sure
basically,
it's not instant. No, you would not die
it's
instantly.
it's
Death would be
basically
swift. You would lose
these
consciousness
guys
in 15
show up
seconds. and die
and
within 2 minutes.
they abduct you.
So I would have
what
another
was that?
15 seconds to go, oh,
And
fuck,
they
teleport
like you
again.
meet look up
If you were given the choice between
Immortality.
dying in 1 year or becoming immortal, what would you choose?
immortality,
I
of
can't
course, because I can live
Oh, my friend invited me
forever
to play Dying
and
Light.
become a king of
I
the
can't
universe and
understand
create a new
the
universe.
idea
And
that
people are like
in the
king.
vacuum of space,
Yard.
you can't breathe.
Fan-
Not
fan-
that there's no air, but like I physically couldn't go.
That would make sense. Well, what is this ad? What is breathing about?
Like you just wouldn't breathe in
What?
anything.
What's that?
You would just be like
Dude. That's not funny.
it wouldn't do anything. You couldn't
That's not funny.
expand your lungs with air.
Bro.
It'd be like being in a pool.
Shut
No,
up.
it wouldn't be like being in a pool. Because in a pool, I could
Bro, shut
inhale
up.
water.
You're not funny.
The choice seems obvious, doesn't it? You're thinking that being immortal would be much better than dying in a year, right?
What
I
the
think
hell
being
is that
immortal is a
from
fire
Invin-
superpower if it's
from
under the
Invincible?
assumption that
Yeah.
I can take
That
my own
is.
life. Because then I could
Well,
live like 5,000
that's
years,
rare.
and then if the sun explodes,
Oh.
I'm not just floating through space.
Wow.
Like,
Well,
wait, this is kind of ass. Like, I'm able to just be like, nah, I'm done.
Better than dying in a year, right? But if you're immortal, you have to watch everyone you love die over and over again until you don't have any emotional feelings anymore.
hello?
You would live to see the
Okay.
human race die
That was
out.
pretty bad.
You would see
I feel like if you were immortal, you would effectively
whoa.
become a god.
Whoa.
Because, yes, you have a start point, but no end point. Like, if you were immortal right now, 5 million years from now, you probably wouldn't be able to comprehend
Yeah.
your existence in a finite
Yeah.
way.
So basically, invincible, invincible is really bad. 5 PM laser beam video. Laser beam's really cool. Did you see the one video where he plays the roadblocks and he so he basically like jammed like a bunch of stuff like that. You heard? Yeah, thank you, Martin. Thank you. Okay. So basically, he got this admin abuses, and he also abused the admin. What? That is admin. What? You're not funny. But shut up. I hate you. What the hell? Okay. What?
You would be just
Okay.
an all-being, solely present
That
god.
was
Because you would meet
weird.
so many people, have
That
so
was
many experiences, so many
extremely weird.
interactions. They would all blend
was
together
that?
in this weird, like, mind mush.
Why don't you leave?
That you would be
Right.
like, I don't know, man. I know I was born, but I don't
Whoa,
remember
whoa, whoa,
when.
whoa, whoa,
See the
whoa.
world end.
Come back.
And ultimately,
Come down,
you would
Mark.
be drifting in space.
Yeah, you wouldn't be all-knowing, but I'm saying in the
Darren,
sense of, like,
Darren,
the
please.
idea
Darren.
of life
No,
is
on the
that
back,
there's
on the-
death. If you
it's
can't
done.
die,
It's done.
even if you have a
Then it's
starting
done.
point, you're not
It's done.
technically alive.
It's
You're
done.
like beyond
No.
a human. At that. You're like not. You're immortal, yeah, but like you're effectively a god if you're immortal.
Like,
Because
if you're a god,
life, the
that's a good
definition of
thing.
life and how we
That's a
perceive
good
life
thing if you're a
is that you're a
god.
finite being that dies.
Even-
If you are not a finite being that dies, you're no longer alive, in the sense that we would understand it. You would be like a smaller tier god.
All alone for it.
Like,
Yeah,
even if
like
you
a
didn't have
low tier god.
superpowers, you would just be like a walking like
exactly.
legend.
Eternity.
That
You would
was
be
a
like a
good
myth.
Time
one.
stop. Oh, time stop.
Well,
A
time stop.
superpower
Like,
desired by
yeah,
many.
well, I talked about
The
this
movie
area.
Click. The movie Click with Adam Sandler. Love that film.
Oh, yeah,
Haven't
I
seen it
remember
in so
that.
long.
The like
Click,
TV
and then he
remote.
rewinds. Click, rewinds.
Stop would be a dream come true for some
Ew.
individuals for obvious reasons.
The best
Why
power
it look
ever.
like
I
that?
think it would be so
And why
bad.
is you say that?
I think the click power would be good if time
Yeah.
stop and rewinding time would be awesome if you had like 4 uses. If you had infinite uses, you would be so, it would make you go insane.
Well, lines of
Because you'd be
video.
so obsessed with creating a world that is perfect in your own mind that
Yeah.
you would just start
No,
hyper-fixating on every small
that
interaction you
would
have
not
to get
make
it perfectly
any
right.
sense.
But in reality, it would be a
You know
nightmare.
that? What was that? Disintegrates. Why is he crying? That's not. That makes sense.
The moment you stop time, the molecules of air around you would stop
What
as
was that?
well, making it impossible to breathe. It also means photons would stop, rendering you unable to see. So you stop time
That
and
was
become unable to
literally,
breathe or see until you
not
either
me.
resume time or just die.
Red chick.
Great power, huh?
Miniature drift.
Then
Well,
being able to rewind
no.
time would be pretty
That was
lit.
me.
But not being
That wasn't me.
that's about it though.
That was you.
Super strength.
Stop farting.
Super strength sounds awesome, right?
Super
Bravo.
strength, there's no
not me.
downside to super strength.
There.
I will stand by that. There's no downside to super strength. This is a lame ass.
Bravo.
It's a lame
Stop
ass
it.
power
You're not.
in terms of
Donnie.
like the powers you're able
You're
to
a
choose.
dick.
But what is the downside of being just really strong?
In real
Oh,
life, though, it's a
Bartolozzi,
mess.
I hate
Everything is
you.
designed for regular people, meaning that if you were super strong, you would be breaking
We're on
doorknobs,
super strength.
keyboards, and glass.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Couldn't
No,
you just
you
control
wouldn't.
the power?
That's a dumb fucking point. I hate that.
Stop it,
Yes,
Joe.
you would need to be more gentle.
Joe, calm down.
But like, if I was
Calm
able
down,
to
Joe.
say I was so strong
Joe,
that I
Joe,
could lift
Joe,
up
Joe.
a school bus,
Joe, no,
like
stop
a
it.
big
Stop it.
car
Stop
or
it, Joe.
truck.
Stop it, Joe. Joe,
it's not like, oh, I'm gonna
No.
every time I try to twist a doorknob, I just go
Joe.
and the door just goes fucking flying. I would just
Joe.
go
Yeah.
like Brian Shaw doesn't
Yeah.
like grab a soda can and he holds onto it and it crushes. You know, like strong men that can lift 1,300 pounds don't just go, whoosh, oh, sorry, I broke it. It's not, I need a metal can. I need titanium. No, that's just not how it, like, yes, maybe in a sense of like a handshake, they're a little too strong, you know? Or like you pat somebody on the back, they're like, doom, doom, doom. And you're like,
Bro.
I don't know how like deep
Dude,
to
what
go.
if the
I
ponies
think
are-
like
Go deep. We like deep.
I know,
No, deep
yeah.
is great.
Oh,
get
no.
fucking whiplash from him patting you on the back.
Why
But
would you
like,
rip
that, I feel like
someone?
that's different.
Glasses left and right. Imagine going to hug your mom and breaking her spine because you
You
don't
would
know
not
how to
do
control
that.
your strength yet.
You just
Having
hug her
super strength doesn't
gently.
mean you're
You
indestructible either.
dumbass.
If you punch a wall, for example, because of Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The force that you apply to
Wouldn't
the
your
wall would be applied back to you with the
hand
same
break?
intensity, knocking
Wouldn't
you
your
back.
hand break?
Yeah, but the assumption is that if you have super strength, yes, Newton law, it would bounce you back potentially. But the assumption is that with super strength comes your muscle durability, being able to hold that.
Yeah, Joe, get
Oh
him.
my God, no. If you just got granted super strength, you would be Izuku Midoriya. You would be the nerd from MHA that throws a
Bro, who watched
baseball
that
and
stupid ass
shatters
show?
his arm. Eventually,
Actually,
you
I
would
did-
build up the
I did
strength
watch
to
that.
be able to like hold
And that's
that
really
down.
sad.
But for the
All
first
Mike's
like
my favorite
few
character.
years,
Actually,
if
I
you did
am like All
anything,
Might. I'm
you
just
would
like an-
break your body.
I'm
Back and
cold.
breaking your hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think if you had super strength, well,
I
because
have
yeah,
all my-
under that logic,
No, I have
if I have super
all
strength and
the-
and I pick
I
up
have
a
all the
school
perks.
bus, it's just gonna
Yeah,
crush
you ever-
me because my bones wouldn't be able to hold it. But it's like
I
you
knew
know,
final gives you good
the
tension.
same could be said about like
Yeah.
somebody that overhead presses 500 pounds. They're strong
know,
enough to
I'm
hold
like,
it. Now, if you made
Yeah, I'm
if you
clean
gave
every
a
day.
5-year-old super strength and he
To
fucking
4
pressed
days.
500 pounds over his
You
head,
know,
it would
like
fucking
the
crush him.
pumpkin guy.
But that's
and
just
the
because he
skin
wasn't strong enough
where
to do it.
I'm gonna pause this.
You need
You know, pumpkin cat, like for Fortnite, is like, oh my god, wow, that is a good skin. Yeah, that is a really good skin. You know what? It's very boom. Yeah, yeah. So basically, so that is so basically, have you all like ever played Hollow Knight? Really cool. I played it one time and died, but I was really good at it. And then died. Yeah. What? Martin, get the hell out of here. Martin, don't make me get the whip. Yeah. Get out.
super
I feel
durability. Yeah, you need super durability coupled with super strength. That would be the issue. But super durability would be a shit-ass power because then you wouldn't be able to get surgery. Say you had super durability and you couldn't get, like, your skin was, like, impenetrable.
Yes.
Now
That
you
would
have,
make
now you
sense.
need, like,
Yes.
your appendix taken out. You're dead.
My
You just wouldn't
appendix
need
is real.
surgery because
Yeah,
all
that-
your organs are super
well,
durable. You're
you know,
super efficient.
Red
What if
Dead
you got, like, a
Redemption's
tumor?
like decent.
I don't know.
You know,
Like, there would be instances where,
plated
I don't know.
my
It's the
favorite
idea, but it's all
character
fucking
is
stupid shit. It's fiction.
Micah.
Okay?
Because
It's all fucking fiction.
I played
we're, like,
through
nitpicking
like
these things. I'm
chapter
nitpicking
one,
it, and then I'm getting
like
mad at
stopped in
myself. I'm
chapter
rage baiting myself.
two.
I'm getting angry
And
because
I think
I'm
he's
disapproving
really
all the
cool.
cool powers that you
They're-
have. Fuck.
Why is
You're
it?
not supposed to look
Why
into
is he
it that way.
screaming? What is that? Is that Saddam Hussein and Trump? Okay. I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a great day. Bye, bye, bye.